Everyone. Hi, this is Amy Dean. Welcome to the One Awakening Monthly Mindset Meditation. This is going to be a brand new way that we're going to meet online. And I just want to first just see if anyone's here just to welcome them in. And let's see. I am trying this on a new device today, so I think everything's good to go. But if there's any issues and you can't hear me, or if there's any video or audio issues, please let me know and I'll be glad to fix those. Let's see. Okay. Well, just a bit of an introduction then. So I just want to say hello to everyone who might be new here. And just to give you a bit of a background of who I am and what I'm here to help you with today. So my name is Amy Dean. I am a licensed marriage family therapist as well as a mindfulness meditation teacher. And the work that I do is helping people get in touch with their higher self and really helping to just move past the confines of the ego mind in order to understand who you really are. And on that note, that brings me to our topic of the day around our monthly meditation. And in our monthly meditation, every month is going to be a new theme. So for those of you who missed the email or didn't get an email about this, just know that every month we're going to have a theme based on your needs. So this month is stress and anxiety relief. And what that means is I'm going to guide you through a meditation that will help with that specifically, as well as I would say weekly, sometimes every other week tips that you'll get here in the Facebook group on that particular topic this month. And then in September, it starts all over again. We'll have a new theme. So I really do welcome your feedback. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions, anything that you want to share with me as a way of just letting me know what you need right now, because that's what this is all about, is providing you with what you might need at this time. So to get started with, I know some of you might not be in a comfortable place yet, so please take your time to get as comfortable as you can, get a little settled in, and then in just a moment I will start to guide you through this meditation. And this meditation will probably be anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes long, so just make sure you are comfortable. Private space is important, and make sure that you don't have as many distractions if you can. So maybe even put your phone on Do Not Disturb if that's a possibility for you, and or off, or at least turn the volume down, and just keep that aside, and then close your eyes when you're ready. And just taking a moment to do a bit of a check-in, because I know that just on the topic of anxiety and stress, it's very prominent collectively right now in our collective consciousness, but also individually. I'm sure you're suffering with a lot of different things that might be unique and individual to you. And so with that being said, this information today, this meditation today, I want you just to hone in on it, make it as individual as you need it. And that means changing your posture if you need to. That means opening your eyes if you find that closing your eyes is too stressful or upsetting. So as I talk today and guide you in, just pay attention to your breath, pay attention to whatever's coming in, and just adapt it to whatever your needs may be. And if there are any questions too at the end, I'll be glad to answer them. Also though, if you don't have any here on the call, you can of course use our Facebook group. I encourage it to put down any questions you might have around this topic. So to start with, if your eyes aren't already closed and that feels right to you, please close your eyes, and just tapping in, you can place your hand on your heart and just settling into your body for a moment. You can either sit in a chair, or you can sit on the floor, a meditation cushion, whatever works for you, on your couch. Just make sure you have an upright posture if possible. And that is if you don't have any pain, any chronic pain, of course. And if you do have chronic pain, feel free to lay down just to support your body in the best way possible. But for sitting purposes, just keeping your spine erect and keeping your body as calm and relaxed and not kind of stiffening up as you sit. And then as you're checking in, what you're doing is you're noticing what's happening right now. What's going on inside my mind? If you just notice, just paying attention to this part of your body right here in your head region, just start to notice what thoughts, stories, narratives, ideas, what are flowing through my mind right now. I'm going to give you a moment just to explore that, be present with whatever's here, and just notice it, bringing a sense of calm to that experience. All right, perfect. So as you just settle in just a little bit more, checking in, you might notice we have this stream of consciousness is what it's called. And that means you're going to have so many thoughts flowing through your mind at one time. And these thoughts, as you might know, create a plethora of emotions in your body. And so as you're noticing right now, this is just noticing, right? We're not changing anything. We don't want to fix the way you're thinking or the way you're feeling. In fact, we just want to bring this kind of calm curiosity to your mind and body right now. So even if you do have anxiety or even if there is stress in the body, just notice where that is. Maybe pinpoint it in your body. Place your hand there. Maybe it's in your chest or in your belly. As we place our hand on our body, it's a way of giving ourselves compassion in a nurturing way, and also it's a way of saying, I'm here and present with my body in this moment. So just notice again, what's going on through your mind, what's happening in your body as those thoughts are being thought within. Good, and you might be getting swept away by the myriad ways that the thoughts tend to pull us in. I tend to call them hypnotic thoughts. And those hypnotic thoughts are the ones that are so sticky, right? They're just kind of magnetic. They want to pull you in. It's the plans you have later. It's the stuff you didn't get done. It's the worries about the future that your mind says we have to figure this out now, right? Our mind is constantly in problem solving mode. So just notice if your mind is on that track right now. If so, it's perfectly normal, perfectly okay. You might just want to notice that as thoughts arise, thoughts are not facts. Thoughts are not telling you the truth about a situation. Thoughts are only pointers towards the openness, or the invitation rather, to be open with our body and our mind. So it's not necessary to follow each thought. So just connecting with that knowing, connecting with this feeling of, I'm having this thought and I'm choosing to watch and let that go. And you might notice that thoughts settle down a little more. Maybe your body becomes a bit more quiet, a bit more calm. Or maybe you have more thoughts coming up because now you have the awareness of those thoughts. And there isn't one right way or another. In fact, sometimes we make the assumption that meditation is just to feel calmer, to feel better. But awareness is a huge piece of the meditation process. So as you bring awareness to your body and mind, even if you're not feeling calm as you do this, know that what's happening inside is part of your meditation journey. No right or wrong in it, nothing that you need to do, no place you need to get to right now. Just noticing what's happening inside. Good. And now what I'd like to have you do is we're just going to bring focus to the very tip of your nose, keeping your eyes closed. So as you focus on the tip of your nose, you're going to just bring awareness to the way that the air is coming in as it touches the tip of your nose. Maybe the space around your nose as well. So just start to notice that sensation of breath as it comes in through both nostrils, and allowing yourself to settle just a bit more, using your breath as your anchor. And sometimes it can help to bring a sort of openness to each part of your breath, almost looking at each component, so to speak. And I'm going to guide you through this because as we just did this check-in and this noticing practice already, we're now anchoring a bit more into the body as a way of reminding yourself that you are the presence, the witnessing presence of whatever's showing up inside, whether it's anxiety or stress or just fears just coming through your mind nonstop about the future. So whatever it may be right now, the breathing method that we're doing right now is going to make a big difference with this. So just as you start to notice the inhale, so notice your breath as it's coming up into your nose. It might be cool, and then feel it. Feel the breath coming out through your nose, ever so gently, sensing the changing sensations in your body as you do this. And just noticing, feeling the breath. And I'm going to help you break this down one by one to help you create a little more focus, a little more attention on this part of your breathing. So as you breathe in, feel the breath coming in through your nose. Feel it as the breath rises up. The end of that inhale. Now feel the beginning of that exhale slowly through your nose or mouth. Good. And then just sensing the end of that exhale before you take another breath in. Good. And then taking that in-breath in, feeling the top again, the beginning of that inhale, middle of that inhale, and end of that inhale at the very top. Then beginning the exhale, again moving down in your awareness, breathing out. Middle of that exhale, and then the end of that exhale. So just feeling that in your body. And don't worry if you're not getting this exactly, or if your mind is wandering, or if it's hard to perceive the different components of your breath. It's normal and perfectly okay just to feel whatever is here. So if it's just the top of the breath you can feel, or the sensation of breathing in your chest as you exhale, that's okay too. So whatever works for you right now, I'd like you to really just spend some time noticing the breath as it comes in through the nose, noticing the breath as it comes out through the nose or mouth. And you want to imagine your breath as a wave-like movement, almost like the ocean waves coming up on the shore and then going back again, right? So we're not trying to forcefully create breath or make anything happen. We're rather just getting in touch with the sense of breathing as it shows up right now. So good. Just noticing that as you breathe, your mind might wander, and that's okay. Each time your mind wanders, bring it very softly back to the breath again. And as you're bringing your breath in and out, slowly and gently, up and down, notice if there's anywhere in your body that might be responding favorably to the breathing you're doing. Maybe there are pockets of tension that are being released right now. Maybe there's softer places within you and less of a hardening or a tension type of experience in your body as before. And even if this is your first time meditating, or if you meditate very frequently, either way, know that there are always going to be challenges to the mind. So your mind might be a bit quieter today or a bit busier today. And either way, it's just information. We don't want to stop the mind. We don't want to stop ourselves from thinking. We are only noticing. If your mind does quiet down a bit as you're breathing in and out, you might be able to take in some of your surroundings. So with eyes closed, just using your senses of maybe hearing, or your sense of space around you, or the feel of air on your skin. But if you're having trouble really focusing on your breath, because the thoughts are speeding up, because there's too much going through your mind, then I encourage you to come back to your breath each time, even if it's breath, then thinking, then breath, then thinking. That's okay. So just be with your experience. Allow it to be what it is in the moment. And just feel it as fully as you can, whatever's coming up. Good. And then let's just end this practice with a bit of loving kindness. So just keeping your hand right here on your chest, maybe even rubbing your hand on your chest a little. You're just giving yourself a little bit of compassion and, of course, almost congratulating yourself, right, for doing this, because it's not easy to take this time for you, and it's not easy to sit with a busy mind. Most busy minds try to find other things to busy the mind further, right? And so what we're doing is we're helping the busy mind calm down, even when it doesn't want to sometimes. So just thanking yourself for this practice, for this time for you. And then if it feels right, taking one more deep breath in through your nose, becoming aware of the in-breath, and again releasing, allowing the exhale to be almost a guiding light for you of awareness, of noticing what's there and what's present. Good. And then when you're ready, slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes, just waking your body up a little bit more. It's so important to be gentle when you're coming out of a meditation, and especially noticing if you have this tendency to jump out of a meditation just right into your day again. I highly suggest that you just stay present with this experience. So when you open your eyes, I highly encourage you to just kind of look around the room, just get a sense of your surroundings with a sense of witnessing presence. And what that means is you're just looking, right? You're just looking at what's here now, without the need for judgment or interpretation in the moment about what that really is, right? So just taking some time to get a little more awakened in the moment, just starting to wake up your body, waking up your mind, while still staying present, of course, to the best of your ability. Perfect. And so here's what I want to now help you with, just a bit of tips and pointers as you continue your meditation journey forward. Now, it's hard sometimes to create a meditation journey by yourself, so that's why I really, really encourage you, come to the group with questions. If you haven't already, I have a meditation guidebook that is free through the group. And that's something you can look through if you're a beginner meditator and you really need some tips and want to understand the benefits of meditation. So if you don't have that, please make a note in the Facebook group, and me or one of my admins will be glad to send you that information. So please just let me know. So that's just something to note for the future for any beginning meditators if you need more guidance. But this group is meant to be a support for you. So if you have meditation questions, and maybe they're not even related to this month's topic, and that's okay, I encourage you to ask, because we're in this together. As the world is spinning rounds and things are constantly happening, and we're constantly being faced with stressful and sometimes even traumatic situations, I just want to extend my heart to yours in the knowing that you're not alone in this. And with this group, my goal and my hope is that you'll feel as if this practice is deepening over time and helping you to feel resilient during the times that are most hard. So what can help with this, right? Of course, having a dedicated mindfulness practice is really helpful. 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a huge difference in your emotional reactivity and lessening that, in feeling more in tune with your body, in deepening your intuition, and of course relieving stress and anxiety. The list goes on and on. So how do we, once we get off the meditation cushion, right, how do we live a more mindful life? I just want to give you a few tips for this during a time of increased anxiety and stress right now. What can help is if we start to notice the differences between being versus doing. So it might seem simple, and on that note, it is and it isn't, because you can be doing something in a state of being. So these are inner states. So you can be, let's say, washing the dishes or doing the laundry in a state of being. And of course, being in the state of doing doesn't have to be this increased momentum, right, of movement forward. So what I think can help is to differentiate the two, to help you stay focused on this in your day-to-day life, is to say, ask yourself in every moment, am I in a being state of mind or a doing state of mind? So to give some context, a being state of mind means that you are more process oriented. Let's say a doing state of mind means you're more outcome oriented. So what that means is that when you're being oriented, you are able to focus on what is in the moment, right? You're very present towards, I'm now picking this up, I now grab the sponge in my hand, I now put soap on the sponge. So of course, it's not this narration in that way, but it's more of this awareness of that experience. And when you're washing the dishes, you're not thinking about the laundry or the dinner you need to cook later, or you're not endorsing those thoughts in any way. Of course, these thoughts are going to pop up because it's natural, but then you just come back to the washing of the dishes. That's being state. You're doing, right? You're in activity, but you're not in a doing state. So doing states is what we're typically in as human beings, and that's why we are filled with so much stress and anxiety. We're running from place to place. We've got 10 things we're doing at once, multitasking, right? We're worried about the future. We have unresolved things from the past. We're not able to be present because it doesn't feel safe, right, to be fully present. So as you bring more being states into your life, and that just means bringing attention to every little thing you do, as small and menial as it might seem, the more attention and kindness and openness you bring to everything you do is going to help immensely. And this is with or without a meditation practice, as far as a formal meditation practice goes. But I suggest both. I suggest that you have 5 to 10 minutes minimum of a meditation practice each day, first thing in the morning if you can. Then bring these being states into different things you do, and start to notice what it's like to not have to run from place to place in your mind or outside of your mind in your actual everyday life. And so I really want to hear from you. Let me know if this helps, how this might help, how you might implement this into your everyday life. And I just look forward to hearing from you. And, for next month's monthly reset meditation, I'm open to ideas, feedback, whatever is most important to you right now. So please let me know. Please make a comment in the group. Also, an important thing, if you can attend live in future meditations, know that you'll be entered to win a free Akashic Records course, intuition course, or even the Akashic Record kits, all through my website, one-awakening.com. So any questions about that, feel free to let me know as well. And I send just love and light to you as you continue your meditation journey, and hoping that you can bring this practice of breathing and anchoring your breath in these tough times. And I hope to hear from you soon. So take good care of yourself. Namaste to you. And we'll be in touch. All right, take care.